What's going on, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and in this video it's just gonna be a little bit of a rant more so than anything. But it's also, first off, it'll probably come across as a little bit hypocritical, but that's not really the point. So what this video actually is about is that maybe I'm only become more aware and more sensitive to the issue since I started making YouTube videos. But obviously every game before it comes out has a run-up of publicity, both positive and negative. Now, the thing about it is, in this case, it seems like it's happening more and more often just for this game, and I'm personally just sick of looking everywhere. Every website I look on, every second video on YouTube, every second YouTube channel I see, excuse me, that it's absolutely everywhere, and I don't know, I'm just getting sick of it. So I realized that, like I said a minute ago, it's going to be a bit hypocritical of me to make a video about this, thereby exacerbating the quote problem unquote. But I'm talking about the Order 1886, or as I cleverly saw someone call it on a website, the Order 18.86 FPS. Now, I have no interest in the game. I don't think it looks any good, but that's just me. You know, that's my opinion. If you think the game looks good and you're looking forward to it, or if you think it looks good but you're not going to buy it, whatever, you know, that's your opinion. You're completely entitled to that. I'm not saying you're wrong. But what's killing me is how often it's everywhere. I mean, you look on a website, it's like, game is 6 hours long, speed run, blah blah blah. I don't care how long it is, because it's just, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. Also, on that matter, you know, the length of game usually isn't the issue. It's more so the quality of the game. Obviously, if it's a good game, you don't want it to be too short, but if it's a good game that doesn't feel like drawn out, you know, run to A and B for fetch quests for 50 hours, that's fine too. Like Persona 4 Golden, I put about 80 hours into that game and I loved every minute of it. But, you know, that's not the point of this video. No, we're not going to stress about that too much. But it's just like everywhere I look, I see all these things. People slating the developer, Ready at Dawn, project lead coming back and, you know, talking about defending it and all this, and then people go back at that, and it's just exhausting. I mean, usually it's not really, I don't really care too much, but again, maybe it's because now I'm making YouTube videos. Maybe I'm more sensitive and more aware to this kind of thing. But like, I remember when Assassin's Creed Unity was coming out. Now, I've never played Assassin's Creed Unity. I don't give Ubisoft my money anymore for their shit games. But I remember in the run-up, it was everywhere, as most big games do. So, you know, that wasn't too much, because it seemed as a standard for the course, you know, marketing, promotion. You know, I'd be a bit more worrying if they didn't do it. Although, in that case, Ubisoft have plenty of questionable practices. Looking at you, embargoes. So, you know, I'm just using that as an example. But one thing I am looking forward to in regards to the whole Order 1886 fiasco, as I'll call it, is that it's currently Thursday the 19th of February, which means the game releases worldwide tomorrow on the 20th on the PS4. Now, a week from now, this game is going to be completely forgotten. I'm looking forward to that, because that way I don't have to hear about it anymore. So, I mean, it's the case with 99% of the games. Once they come out, they're just forgotten about. Now, they're making it out like it's going to be the next big thing with a big AAA title. They're making it out like it's going to be a revolutionary game. It just looks completely average to me, and because of that, unless it's the 2015 version of Unity, or the 2015 version of the Master Chief Collection, in the sense that it's the most broken game ever released this year, although, you know what I mean, in comparison to last year. But unless it's like that, the game is going to be dead in a week kind of thing, I think, and I'm looking forward to it. Nothing at Ready of Dawn and the potential quality of their game, nothing at Sony and the potential quality of their studio. It's just exhausting, and I'm looking forward to it being gone, because like I said a couple of times already, it's maybe I'm just more aware of it now because of making YouTube videos, but I don't know, it seems more eventful than previous ones. Now, again, I said it earlier, you know, if you like the look of the game, if you're going to buy it, if you think it looks good, that's your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I just don't think it looks like it's for me. You know, I play some shooters, not too many of them. There's actually a shooter in this video, as you can see already. It's Battlefield 3, but I've had this game on Origin for a couple of years now. I bought it actually, funny story is, I bought the premium edition of Battlefield 3 on the PC just as a graphic test, because it was one of the newest, more advanced games that had come out after I built my PC. So yeah, but I use it as a kind of I can play a round or two every so often, just to. It's one of those games that you can just come back to and play a round or two. Resident Evil 5 is like that for me as well, but I'm getting off topic. So with the whole order thing, I think it's just going to fizzle out fairly quickly, like most games do. Nowadays, games generally don't tend to have much of a legacy, and if they do, if they do in a positive way, it's very few and far between. Off the top of my head, I can only think of maybe one or two games that have The Last of Us as being one of them, which is the majority of the praise for The Last of Us is worth it. I don't think it was the game of the generation, but I think it was one of the better games of the generation, alright. Bioshock Infinite was the same way. Once that shipped, I mean, that was praised as the second coming of Jesus as well. And once that shipped and released, it pretty much just fizzled out after 2 weeks. So, you know, again, that's the same kind of thing. Other than that, off the top of my head, not many games. Actually, off the top of my head, I can't think of any games that have left kind of a positive legacy. On the flip side, you all have the games that have the negative legacy, which is such a shame these days, because it just goes to show that our favorite hobby is getting shit all over, and developers are just falling apart with it. Mainly looking at you, Assassin's Creed Unity. Again, I haven't played it, but there's enough stories around all there. One of my friends has Unity on the PS4, and he's told me there's been a good few glitches that he's run into. Master Chief Collection, enough said. I had very little issues with the campaign. I only tried the story mode or the online mode once or twice, and that was fucked up, so I just gave up on it from there. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below about the whole order thing. You know, if you're looking forward to it, if you're not, the whole hype train of it, the whole are you sick of it. So let me know in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. This is Q from Retro Q Gaming, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.